Since we're supposed to be living debt and trespass free, advertising is the stupidest thing in the world right now. Well, we're supposed to, what's that saying again? Can I play or whatever? No, go away. Yours is a Samsung, so what's that got to do with the price of tea in China? Everything. Fuck. Okay, but no, advertising is the stupidest thing in the world you can do right now. Forgive that trespass, love one not faithful, peace, you stupid fuck, you stupid fuck, you stupid fuck. No translation issues. Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese, Patois, Punjab, all different dialects. No problem. No problem. Okay. And I don't speak in all those languages, so we don't have to worry about that. We just have, a little English, Spanglish, redneckanese. I don't speak redneckanese. I speak more that. I speak more like a person from, I've always been accused of being from New York, and I was like, really? But I don't have a New York accent, y'all. I have a New York attitude, is what people say. I also have a very California attitude, and Rastafari law. Earl has Rastafarian tendencies. Very laid back. I'm very laid back. Okay, but rip off a single mother in an apartment building, see what happens. Come in and be a drug dealer and try to beat up your girlfriend and your baby mama. See what happens. Okay, I'm very laid back till that shit happens. Then I come marching up them steps and that boy about ready to flip. Yeah, you're gonna fall off the jetway again, Lloyd. Okay, you know what the fuck about to happen, right? You need to get going, and they get going. As that's all I ever saw when I got into it with bullies. My whole life is asses and elbows, asses and elbows. Lots of people talking. They see nothing. They see nothing, and stuff. And so I don't hang out with people that will continue human trafficking, continue feeding drugs into the community to kill people, so keep them Requiem for a Dream. It's really sad. No, it's not. I saw that movie. They were all assholes. The mom was an asshole. The kid was an asshole. He went and pawned his TV because she wanted to get on a game show so she could win lots of money, and that was her dream. She didn't give a shit if her kid was a drug addict. It's like, she's an asshole. Well, so you see why the kid's a selfish-centered bitch. Well, is it because he's like the mom? So when you watch these movies, it's sad. It's sad that none of you bitches will stand up for the Lord's Prayer and get invited to the basketball barn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got to go in there and finish cleaning it, and then I'll probably wash it out, and then we're going to do the measurements off the thing. I think it's like 13 feet to the baseline on each side, 12 to 13 feet. It's a parking lot barn, basketball barn thing. And you do 15 feet, of course, back to the foul line, and then we're going to take it 20 feet all the way back to the back of the barn, and we're going to have a three-point arc that gets cut off by the baselines. That's going to be at 18.7 or whatever, the Derek Wickenberg, the Albuquerque three-point shot. Right. So we're going to use that one in the barn because anything longer, it's really difficult because you got the beam, not the middle beam, but the ring beam right next to the middle, and that's the Black by Lacey, right? Black by Lacey. It's from Uncle Jerry. But yeah, so that's you get that one. You got to watch it. Your three-point shot. You got to shoot kind of flat when you're in the basketball barn. Oh, I shoot way better when I shoot on the parking lot. Oh, you can Freddie Brown and teardrop that sucker. Put beautiful arc on it out. I shoot real good when I'm out in the parking lot. I'm the king of mid-range shooting in the barn, but in the parking lot, I work out and get in shape. I make 20-footers, 25-footers easy. I've practiced long enough and get all the toxins out of my body. But do I care? No. Is Jing Tai? I don't know. They have this cute little girl talking about. Oh, she's talking about female basketball. How good A'ja Wilson is. Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion shouldn't feel that big. Because A'ja Wilson a lot bigger than she is. Almost half the girls in the WNBA are tall. Actually, Megan Thee Stallion is short for the WNBA. Right. They have to say you can be a shooting guard or a point guard. But yeah, 5'10" that's a little girl, a hittle girl. You need a big girl, Daddy, not a hit. I'm a hito girl. Remember my Kate? Boy, yeah. So she ain't that big. My daddy's about 5'10" too. Yeah, my Ration ain't a. Her biological dad's 6'5", y'all. Okay. So yeah, and and Amy's not real short. Amy's close to about 5'6". Yeah, there are guys that are her height, so she's a pretty good sized little girl. Steffi, I think about 5'4". I can't remember. Law was 5'2", I think. Yeah, Miriam was 5'1". Yeah, she used to make fun of me. Yeah, you see? Edna was 4'11". Yeah, my little tiny. She was the coolest thing because she didn't say I'm not short. She'd be like, yeah, I'm 4'11". It's like, so just a tad bit vertically challenged, and she giggle, and so she wasn't in it. She was so fine. It didn't, oh, you're so short, so. She was like 38, 22, 38 or whatever. She was 4'11". She was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, she was one of the most gorgeous women ever. When she came up to talk to me, I'm amazed I didn't stutter. I'm amazed I was so cool and calm when we talked. When she came up to me and I was doing the rap tapes, and she come up and Tifa says you can help me, and I'm like, boobs. That's all I could think was boobs. Her breasts were right on top because she's tiny, right? She had this gorgeous little outfit on. It was really nice, but you could see her breasts. She comes up and then she says that, and there's these shelves that we put the popular tapes on, so I couldn't see her face. And then so I'm like, well, I said, well, what would you need? And then she peeks under the shelf and she smiles, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm in love. I was like, but I knew her, okay, because when I worked at the mall, she'd walk around and she was, even the women remarked the charm she possessed everywhere she went. Oh my gosh, I already knew who she was. She was one of the most pretty women in Phoenix. And she was talking to me. I was like, oh my gosh. And then when she came up and I talked to her, and we bought her tape, and she bought the tape, and I rang her up and talked to her and stuff. And all the guys, I can't remember his name, the Mexican guy, and Wakando, and even Rodney, all their jaws dropped. They were like, and she was like, she wrote down on there, this is my name is Edna, here's my phone number, give me a call, And they were all like, and Al, my boy Al, was sitting there. I told you he the man. Told you he wasn't gay. Told you he the man. Right? Ralph's the man. Earl's the man. I went by Earl. Earl the man. I told you he wasn't gay. He told him all that. I told you he wasn't gay. No, he the man, right? And I was like, oh, that's because it was Cassandra. Sandra. Yeah, Sandra. What does Ralph do? Earl do in his spare time? It's like, yeah, well, I keep asking Al out, but he keeps turning me down. She was funny. Now, she went about it all wrong. I mean, but I still wouldn't have wanted to. It was hard because Al was, he was my boss, but he was my friend. He was a very good and dear friend and a kind person, and it just wasn't tangible. She was very pretty. She was a dancer. She had her own dance studio. Sandra did. And she started dating Al because she was tired of all the jerks, and Al was a nice guy. And then she came in the store and met me, and was like, oh my gosh, he's really cute, and he's a really nice guy. And it's like, yeah, but Al's one of my best friends. So, it's like Randy and Earl there's Earl and Carmelita, It's just, sorry. You already got dibs on you, so. And the thing is you got to realize, if you decide you're going to take the nice guy instead of the jerks, okay. And then you end up with the nice guy, okay. I used to tell people that, me and Bob said that too. It's like, he goes, when you date somebody, at first, when you're not with somebody, they act like you got shit on your face. And then when you start dating somebody, they automatically wash all the shit off your face, right? It's like, yeah, it's a self-esteem thing, maybe a pheromone thing. But, it's very funny. But I used to tell that to my wife. She's like, you get married, you fall in love, it's all that euphoria, that honeymoon stuff, and then you think other people are going to leave the face of the planet, and it doesn't happen. My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anything. But the first moment she starts being bitchy to try to manipulate you, thinking, okay, I married him, now I'm going to make him into what I want him to be. And lots of women are trained and conditioned to be that way. Okay. It's very rare to find a woman that sits there and goes, oh, well, I like this guy and I understand exactly what he's about and I can tolerate it for the rest of our life so he doesn't change a lick. Okay, it's very rare to find a woman like that. Most of them think they can, don't make me over. Now that, it was a guy that wrote that song, right? Do you understand? Warwick sang it, but Bacharach wrote it, right? So as a dude wrote the song, right? Okay. So just like Close to You, okay, that was written by a guy, not by a chick, okay? So Richard Carpenter wrote that song. So you got to understand a lot of times, like if you ever heard that song by Waylon Jennings, it's written by a woman. What's the name of that song again? You tried to be what I wanted you to be. It's over now. You're not the one for me. Don't look for me. Don't waste your time. Yeah, that was written by a woman. The guy sings it, but that's definitely a woman's thinking. All right, guys, I love you. All right, peace.